Well, hello there guys. Today we're looking at a game called Domina. This is a game all about actually having your own gladiatorial school. It's unbelievable. They use pixel art. I love it. It's made by Dolphin Games, which gave me a beta copy to test out and show my amazing subscribers. I really want to show this game off. It's still in beta, like I said, but you run a gladiatorial school. So many different things can happen. You can face wild animals. You've got to train your gladiators. You can free them. You can put them to death. You can do all sorts of amazing things. And we're going to go ahead and get started here. So right now, all we can do is a new game. I don't believe there's a save feature yet. I could be wrong, but nonetheless, we're going to get started on our gladiatorial school, just so you guys can get an idea of what this game is. Now, if I've turned the soundtrack off because I don't want any copyright issues, but I hope you guys respect what we're about to see here. Alright guys, the sun is setting on the once mighty Roman Empire. Violent rebellion erupts in the far territories while political corruption erodes the empire closer to home. Fearing that the citizens will revolt and attempt to re-establish the republic, the emperor has decreed that there shall be a year of epic gladiatorial games culminating in the greatest championship the empire has ever seen, affording unimaginable rewards of coin and glory. The emperor hopes to revitalize commerce and establish the rule of law once again, but Rome is disintegrating in his clenched fist. The next local games are scheduled soon and you aim to participate. So we are going to press OK. I've done some of the tutorial already, and as you can see, we've got a legatus, which we can actually purchase gladiators from him. They're much better than the ones we have now. And we've also got the magistrate. And we could just purchase basic slaves from him, which, by the way, we actually win through the gladiatorial games. Now, we've got Jupiter's Blessings. This is essentially gives us some bladed armor, different kinds of rolls and cards that essentially increase things. I'm going to go ahead and take the bladed armor if I can. If not, I can recover the cards. Fair enough. We'll go back to that later. I really just want to show you guys what we have here. So these are the gladiators we're starting with. One of them is Claudius. We can actually increase his armor. I'm going to upgrade it to Centurion's Mail, and I want him to be not necessarily agile. I want him to be very strong. So we're going to increase this. Now, he's just got a basic Pugio, so we're going to increase his weapon to the best one we can get right now for his gladiatorial class, which is a Quama, and I'm going to start training him. We're also going to reward him some wine. You guys can see the wine up here. And I want to make sure that he's agreeable, so I'm going to give him some money, some wine. As you can see, we could grant freedom, we could put him to death, we could even sell him and make back some money. So he is going to be training, and we already have our first fight. As you can see, the fights in this game, you have to sort of work quickly because they sort of happen over the course of just a short time period. So we do have two gladiators that have armor and that are trained, and we are risking our entire gladiatorial school on these guys surviving. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to see how it goes. Ahenobarbus and Claudius against Metius and Marcus. We're going to accept the terms, and in this case, one of the obstacles is a chained gladiator. A lot of the times there'll be a chained lion. It'll make things a lot harder. All sorts of chained animals, but let's accept the terms and go to fight, my friends. Hope that our men can get a victory here against the enemy and bring glory to our gladiatorial school. As you can see, we are chained. That's part of the deal here in this fight. There we go. One of them is dead. Oh, the other one is getting close. Get him, boys. Beautiful. We have killed him, guys, and we actually got a gift from the crowd. The first time I got a gift from the crowd. Sometimes the crowd will give you money. And as you can see, we got some agility training. We also got two slaves, which we can use, we can basically build up to be amazing gladiators. So I'm going to take this one right here, and right now we can only take the Thryax class. I'm going to buy a shield from him. I'm going to give him a cursed shield, a little bit better than what he has now. I'm also going to give him a much better weapon. Now, this costs money, and this guy is Bonosus of Lusitania. You guys know I'm Portuguese, so I really, really want Bonosus to be good. I want him to be absolutely one of the best gladiators we have. So I'm going to try to equip him with a bunch of useful stuff. And I'm actually going to make him agile. So we're going to push up the agility. We're going to train. And he, of course, is going to begin his training. The next battle is in 7 days. And Ahenobarbus is doing agility training. Claudius, I want him to do strength training. And these other two gladiators we could try to please. But right now, we're going to try to get Bonosus of Lusitania on our good side. I'm going to give him some better armor here. And maybe even, think the weapon's pretty good, so I'm going to accept this. We can't spend too much of our coin, or else we aren't going to have enough, obviously, to continue buying our guys' stuff, fighting, what have you. Now, some of these gladiators we can actually sell to the legatus to try and generate some more income, but one of the best ways to generate income is, of course, to have actual fights. Let's make sure he's got a weapon that he can use. Right now, we can only afford a gladius. We're going to reward him with some wine, reward him with some coin. Hopefully, that's going to be enough to keep him happy. I'm not sure if these gladiators can revolt, but I'm sure that's part of the actual game, because one of the possibilities is to put the gladiators to death, of course. So we're going to reward him with coin once again. We're at 68 coin. I want to try to get as much as possible. With this other gladiator, I don't think we can give him much, so he may just have to wait, unfortunately, before we can fully equip him, giving him a heavy pauldron and a wooden gladius. Not really enough to do much with, but we're waiting for that next battle, and it's coming in 3 days. Hopefully, we do well in this battle and win even more money for our gladiatorial school. Now, eventually, you have to actually face gladiators that are heroes, and that's what the map is here for, but I don't want to click them because these are major games, and once we go here, we risk actually losing our gladiators. They could die in any of these games, of course, but I want these guys to live. I want them to survive. So as you can see, where the victory reward has been decided, 138 gold and 2 slaves. Participation cost is none. Surrender allowed, yes. So we can actually surrender if we don't think we're going to win. And the obstacles are chained enemies. So I will definitely accept those terms. But we've got to pick our gladiators. So I'm going to pick Thryax. We'll add him. We'll bring, excuse me, not Thryax. What's this guy's name? Cornelius. We're going to bring this fellow right here. And this is... I don't know his name. My goodness. What about our friend? I believe this is our Lusitanian friend. And remember, guys, this game is still in early access, so there's a bunch I don't know, number one, and there's probably a bunch that they need to add. There's been a lot of crashes in the game. Apicius. Is Apicius the one that we wanted to bring in from Lusitania? I can't tell, but I'm hoping that these guys fight well. Of course, I'm going to move this guy back, actually. Cornelius. Oh, here we go. Bonosus, Claudius, and Ahenobarbus. Apicius might be our Lusitanian. I'm going to remove this guy, and I'm going to move Apicius in. Let's wish them luck, my friends, in this fight. If they die, we die. So we are accepting the terms. And, of course, at any point we could surrender, but I will not accept surrender from my gladiators. Wish them luck. Here we go. Lead on. Now the enemy's changed. They're at a disadvantage. And it was a glorious victory. Just amazing. We cut them down with little to no difficulty at all. There's even a replay over here in the upper left corner, which is hilarious. We got a few slaves. We got weapon train speed increased. And, of course, they all gained some skills for being in the fight. So this is one of the many ways to actually improve their skills, to start getting money, etc., and to eventually have a trained gladiator school. We also have this guy, and he can actually unlock some critical strikes for us, all sorts of things. I am going to gain humility. The gladiator can surrender at any time. We didn't have that before. He is the dottore. Basically, he is the slave master. It says dottore, but he really is a slave master. Gladiator can attack opponents left or right. I think the nimble stance is going to help, but we're getting pretty low on coinage here, so I want to make sure that these guys have enough to survive. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to get another guy, Apicius of Scythia, and get him a helmet. Cocksheath, hilarious. And try and win him over with some wine. We probably have to do the same with our other gladiators, but for now I'm going to make him focus on his weapon. We're going to train him. And with some of these guys, we could just sell them. We're only going to get 2 for that slave. That's not enough, but you do have to consider the possibility of having to sell some gladiators to make back some coinage. So here we go. At a small auction in the city, you spot a slave girl red of hair. Knowing that both the magistrate and the legati favor such women, you purchase her for a good price. We could keep her for our own house. She's sure to put envy in both the selfish, creepy old bastards. Offer the girl to the legati or to the magistrate. I'm going to offer her to the legate, and the legate accepts the precious gift. And that's definitely going to increase our skill with him. Now, we can actually suggest gladiator patronage. He's not into it, but this would mean that he's responsible for training that gladiator and for making him a strong fighter. So we're done researching nimble stance. That's definitely going to help us. And Apicius is of Illyria. It looks that Bonocious is the guy from Lusitania, so I definitely want to try get him some better armor there, buy him some more wine, but of course we're spending a lot of gold in these fights, and the next battle is in 1 day, and we're fighting lions. Oh no. So this is my first time fighting lions. We could of course reject these terms, but we lose the favor with the host, so I'm going to have to put our guys in here. Besides, we're doing a Let's Play anyway. So let's put in Bonocious of Lusitania. Oh, and it looks like we can only put in 1 gladiator for this fight. And I think it's because of the price. So we actually have to remove him. And I guess we could put in Bonocious, but he's not going to be able to beat all of these enemies. Let's see if we can get an Ahenobarbus as well. Nope, just 1 and just 1 allowed. So guys, Bonocious is going in to the lion's den quite literally. We're going to accept the terms, but I fear this is not going to go too well for us. Hopefully we still win money. Either way, okay, so that's good. We don't have to face the lions. Oh, yes, we do. And Bonocious is defeated. He got killed, guys, crushed by a lion. And sadly, he is no longer part of our gladiatorial school. But that's just a little taste of Domina. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a game I have a lot of respect for, and I want to play more. So if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button, share if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let me know if you want to see some more Domina. Thank you guys. Take care. Have an awesome day.